an infection. You probably died of no food or water or something like that. Tunnel. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, the shotgun's working. Although it's in terrible condition. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's highly radioactive. Stay away from that. Okay. Not a lot down here. But we did a good deed. Someone out of their misery, and we shut down an errant radio signal that could trick strangers in, eventually get them killed. Let's head on up there. Said the traders were coming through here, so hopefully we've got some stuff to trade with us. Is that DC over there? That's parts of DC. All right. You okay, dog? And I'm not okay myself. Slave? The map. We've already found this map. Another one, huh? That location's not too far from here. Alright, this should be it. Canterbury Commons. Where the traders are being sent out. What is happening over here?
You and your pathetic tin cans are no match for my army.
The citizens of this town have nothing to fear. The Mechanist is here to protect them.
Ha! We'll see about that. Attack, my ant soldiers. Destroy this fool and his tin toys.
Go
Please
forth,
don't
my
take this
steadfast
personally.
nation. Show these vermin humanity's true power.
Face it, Mechanist. Humans and their toys are done for. They kill themselves off with their petty wars.
Humans may be weak sometimes, but our creations are strong and pure. Something you'll never be.
Hold on. Oh, hello.
Humanity. Who dares
The
interrupt
world
the
is protected
antagonizer?
by me,
Be
the
gone!
Mechanist.
Oh.
Your reign of terror.
Okay.
Are you all right? You aren't hurt, are you? I'd like to apologize for the rude welcome. Those two have been a bit of a problem lately. Name's Rowe. Uncle Rowe to most. Welcome to Canterbury Commons. For what that's worth.
You seem pretty calm because there was just a war in your streets.
That must be the 20th time I've seen those two go at it. There are problem citizens, the Mechanist and the Ant Agonizer. A while ago, we were attacked by the Ant Agonizer. That woman with the ants, obviously. The Mechanist saved the town with his robots. That was all well and good, but I swear their fights are getting bigger and it's been driving off the merchants. They simply won't leave.
Yeah. How much would a solution be worth to you?
200 caps if you can find where the Ant Agonizer and the Mechanist hide and convince them to stop their rivalry or otherwise stop fighting.
I understand.
You only need to stop one of them, really. Nowadays, I think they only stay in Canterbury to fight each other. So what do you say?
I need more.
I'm afraid that won't do, friend. Are you sure you won't take the generous offer I've already made?
Alright, fine.
Great. I'm relieved to know the situation will be quickly resolved. Let me know if I can be of assistance to you. Oh, and please do try to use some discretion. We already have plenty of would-be heroes starting wars in the streets. We don't need another.
Well, tell me about them.
If it'll help, I'm glad to.
What can you tell me about the Antagonizer?
One day there was a crazy woman leading a bunch of ants into town. She said humanity was dead and the ants would inherit the earth, stuff like that. Well, that gave Dom plenty of time to line up a shot or two on the ants. She ran away, but every once in a while she'd stage an attack again. She wasn't much of a threat then. In fact, she was sort of entertaining at first. Gave everyone in town something to talk about. But when the mechanists started fighting her, things got bad. Ants are easy to shoot, but add robots with lasers, it got real nasty.
What can you tell me about the Mechanist?
The mechanist used to be our town mechanic, Scott Walensky. Quiet guy, but plenty fierce with a wrench and some solder. Guy used to take care of a robot that protected the town until it got torn up in one of the Antagonizer's lame little attacks. I guess he took it personal because he made a mechanical suit and called himself the Mechanist, said he would lead a robot army to fight her. Now he doesn't even respond to his name, and his robot army is more dangerous to the town than the ants ever were.
Anything else that could help?
My nephew Derek might know more about them. I swear it's all I can do to keep him from running into the fight whenever they come out. He might know more about where you can find them, but don't encourage the poor boy. He's had enough close calls.
Alright. Can you repair anything?
We used to have a better mechanic, but that didn't work out so well. I'll see what I can do.
No, you're not. Anything to trade?
You can usually find one of the trade caravans at the entrance to town. They come through every day or two. Other than them, Porter's always got food for sale down at the diner.
We can tell him about this place.
Ha! Damn near everything, I suspect. I founded the place myself, and I'm the reason this place stays fat and happy.
Why did the traders come here?
Because I asked them to, I suspect. I grew up in these trade caravans, known most of them my whole life. I founded this place with my sister Daisy back in the day. Perfect stop along the caravan circuit.
Smart. Find a good place along the caravan route and just set up. How organized are they?
They're just small caravans that make rounds through the wastes, hawking their wares from Paradise Falls to Rivet City. They won't trade with anyone who's hit their friends, but that's about as organized as they get.
We thought about organizing them into like a unified group?
I had thought about it, but some of these wasteland traders, well, they aren't exactly the organizational type. It'd take a pretty savvy businessman to make it worth their while to work together. Frankly, I'm not sure even I'm up to the task.
That's a real shame.
That certainly is quite a lot of caps. It really would be a shame for those to go to waste, wouldn't it? I suppose I can call in a few favors with the caravans, talk with them about their inventory. Must keep the customers happy, right? So you just let me know what you'd like to see from the caravans, and I'll let them know what to focus on.
Let's talk about weapons.
Then you'd be looking for Lucky Harith, adventurer, martial artist, and occasional collector of the most deadly items known to mankind. He's a bit of an eccentric, but he deals in more weaponry than you can shake a sharp stick at. In fact, he's probably got a sharp stick, too.
How do you like survive battle with a sharp stick though? We should expand his inventory.
Harith's got quite a lot of weapons, but I'm sure he could improve his stock. An investment of 200 caps should see to that nicely.
Oh, that's easy.
Excellent. Harith will be delighted. He usually is by most things, really.
How about more?
If Harith were a less reputable man, I'm sure he could use his armory to collect even more weapons. But he's a merchant, not a raider, so it's legitimate means only. Like a legitimate investment of 500 caps.
That's a lot.
If you insist.
Yeah, I'm happy with that right now.
All right, you're the boss.
Any directions?
Glad to help, glad to help.
Where do they set up?
When they're in town, you can find the caravan trader out front of the town. They say it's a good way to catch a visitor's eye.
What about food?
You'll want to talk with Joe Porter over in Dot's Diner. I don't know who Dot was, but I'm sure Porter's food does her memory proud.
All right.
Good luck with those two troublemakers.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can now... I heretofore recognize as the investor to agree with the following. After negotiations with Ernest Uncle Rowe of Canterbury Carmens, an allegiance has been struck with the caravan merchants of the capital wasteland. As their manager, Rowe will oversee their inventories and investments. The investor may dictate each merchant's specialties and invest in their wares for improved quality goods. Improved. This contract is legally binding in so much as it can be enforced by a hired mercenary with guns and no sense of humor. Signed, Trade Route. Ah. Wait. We go to Temple of the Union. We go somewhere around here. Up here somewhere. I think then Arfu? And somewhere way down here. Then what I think is Megaton. And then Rivet City. Air Merchant's Crow, well-suited servant of the spirits, armor and apparel. Looking here with massive manifold paths of survival, weaponry. Alright. Oh, hello.
Can't talk now, citizen. I must be leaving. Be safe.
Okay. A lot of fuel. Use that to fuel my, my stuff. Hello.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Didn't mean to interrupt. Just want to say hi.
Fine. Hi. Whatever. I'm Machete, and I've got better things to do than talk with you. Scram.
Anything about the antagonizer mechanist? You know anything?
I know Dom doesn't want me just killing them. He and the Mechanist used to be friends or something. All I know is, next time they come to town, I bet I could solve the whole problem with one bullet for each of them.
What can you tell about this place?
This whole place would fall apart if it weren't for Dom and me keeping anyone from causing too much trouble. Fat old Rowe may think he runs the place, but it's only because Dom lets the idiot.
Okay, so Dom is the real power.
Oh man, did you see it? Did you see it? The antagonizer was all like, "Fear me!" But the Mechanist was all, "Stop, evildoer!"
Hey, I saw it. What can you tell me about him?
The antagonizer, she's this evil supervillain who's trying to wipe out humans with her ants. And the Mechanist protects us with his robots. And when they fight in town, it's incredible! There's all these lasers and biting and blood, and it's crazy! And then my uncle says I need to stay inside. He says it's dangerous. This is serious business, Derek.
Anyone ever get hurt?
You think they're neat too, huh? It's not like they ever hurt anyone. Well, not like really badly hurt or anything. Dom and Machete make sure that everyone gets inside when they fight like that. Though, sometimes I sneak out to watch. The traders and the slavers and the raiders, they don't like the antagonizer or the Mechanist. They say they're bad for business. But that's dumb. The ants and the robots rip them to shreds. That shows them.
What can you tell me about them?
You mean the superheroes? Yeah. I'll try to watch all of their fights.
What can you tell me about the antagonizer?
I don't know much about her except she really, really doesn't like people. That's kinda cool. I mean, sometimes people are jerks. I think her lair is somewhere in the caves to the north of the city. I've seen her ants down there once in a while. Joe Porter said he found out something about her, but my uncle won't let him tell me. He says don't encourage the poor boy.
Joe, okay. What about the Mechanist?
I knew the Mechanist back when he was just a normal hero. He used to be called Scott. Then he fixed up stuff around town. But one day, the antagonizer killed his favorite robot, and I told him he ought to fight back against her like a real superhero. Ever since then, he's been up on his forge and the back of the robot shop on the hill, working to protect us all from the antagonizer.
Okay. Know anything else that could help me stop them?
No way! Don't stop them, they're awesome! Unless maybe you're going to be a superhero too. You could be called Super Humongous and fight them with an army of super mutants.
No, I'm not gonna be super humongous.
Well, okay.
What can you tell me about the town?
It's okay, I guess. I heard it's safer than most places. because the raiders don't bother us. But I've never been anywhere else, so I don't know. I've never been anywhere else, so I can't really say. But yeah, it's okay.
Alright, well, thank you.
Say hi to the mechanist for me.
Will do.
Whatever you can do to help our town, we'd appreciate it.
Where's Joe Porter? Thought he was supposed to be in here. Hello, you look different.
Newcomer to town, huh? Well, I'm Dominic Delasadro, and welcome to Canterbury Commons. Try to ignore the idiots in the costumes. Popular activities around town are trading, listening to row yap, and burying thieves in unmarked graves. Of course, we ran out of thieves to bury long ago. Saw to it myself. Might be a dead art, unless you're planning on stealing anything.
I hadn't planned on it, but oh yeah, I hadn't really planned on it.
Sounds like a good plan. Keeps the traders happy that way. And it means Machete and I get to save on ammo.
What do you know about the antagonizer mechanist?
Bro hired you to put a stop to their shit, did he? Guess he finally listened when I told him I haven't got the time to do it myself. It's easy enough to hide inside when those two square off, but they're only getting worse about it all.
What can you tell me about the antagonizer?
I don't know who she is other than a crazy with an ant suit and a chip on her shoulder for humanity. She wasn't much trouble by herself, really. Her attacks were a joke, but at least stories of her kept some of the raiders at bay. If it helps, she was always attacking from the warrens up north. Maybe you can find her ant nest in there.
North. Okay. What about the mechanist?
You mean Scott Walensky? I refuse to call him by that ridiculous name just because his head got a screw loose. He used to be a damn good friend, and not just because he fixed my guns up. Now he spends all his time up in that bot shop, just thinking about fighting that antagonizer. Hardly even recognizes his own name anymore.
Anything that could help me stop him?
If you could just make either one of them stop fighting, it'd do the trick. You probably wouldn't have to worry about the other one. I can't imagine Scott attacking the town with his robots, and that ant-agonizer girl was never much more than a sideshow freak, but
Oh,
Bro may
whoops.
prefer that you're thorough, but all I care about is that you get the job done, one way or the other.
Alright, well.
Fine.
Oh, what?
What you want?
Oh, that was a new thing. Okay. That's alright. Oh, I'm accepted. I accidentally hit the, space bar. Oh, who's that? You, Joe?
Just stumbled into town? He sure picked a fine day for it, with the crazies out there. Here, have a drink on the house. Welcome to Canterbury. I'm Joe Porter. I make sure folks around here can get a meal when they need it.
Thanks, Joe. Looks like a pretty nice place.
We do our best. Well, Dom and Ro do their best. I just make sure they've got enough food so they can keep on doing their best. You ever find yourself starving around here, drop by Dot's Diner. We don't charge much, but don't expect any more freebies.
Alright. What do you know about the antagonizer and the mechanist?
You mean apart from having cheesy names? Actually, I think I might know something useful. One of the traders told me she sounded like a girl he used to know. Girl's whole family was wiped out by ants, not long before she showed up here. But they never found any trace of her body. Said her name was Tanya Kristoff. That might just be our little antagonizer.
Okay, Tanya Kristoff. What's on the menu?
Take a look. Let me know what you want.
You don't... Oh, you have purified water. Take a purified water. And healing supplies. Like some bandages. And I'll take, Mirelurk Special.
Give me a shout if you need.
Thank you. Alright. Now, I said I hadn't planned on stealing anything, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to look around. We have a building there. We have, is this building enterable? Is this mechanist area? Oh, this is machetes and The other persons. The Dom. Betty's and Doms. Break down paint gun, break down toaster. Recycle my confusion cell. Radioactive. Magnum rounds. Hey, don't mind if I do. Alright, they've got beds. I can sleep in this one. For 54 bucks I can buy something. Not really looking to buy JSP round. Oh, what kind of electronics? Highwayman's friend. Alright, we just found a unique melee weapon. It's very damaged, apparently. There it is. I'm gonna look up, see what it does. I don't remember. All, 3 Highwayman's friend. Unique tire iron. It's heavier, but it does more damage and is faster. So it's just straight up. That is very fast. Alright. Can it be modded at all? Are there any mods for tire irons? No. Well. It's 10 damage and it's 0 requirement for melee. Meaning this is a better melee weapon than what I have. Is there anything out here, or is this just ruins? Looking like ruins. Yeah, those are ruins. Well.
When you find those 2 costume idiots, put a bullet in their heads for me.
I'll think about it. Depends on how they react to me finding them. Okay, so this is Uncle Rose's place. Detergent. I do want detergent. That's always a good pickup. Okay, this would be stealing. Doc Hoff's local inventory. Crows, crazy wolf gangs. Lucky herons. Imagine if I could break into that. And... No, that would be rude. Okay, let's have a look at the map. So, we know where to find them. I'm more worried about the Mechanist than any of the other two. Because the Mechanist will require...
We appreciate you taking care of our town's little problem.
Dealing with turrets and robots, which I am not particularly good at. Ants, however, I am pretty good at dealing with ants. Out here somewhere. Ah, alright, we've got a door. Alright. Apparently there's ants Down here. Oh. Okay, the antagonizer employs landmines. Not just ants. Good to know. I thought it was just gonna be ants. I did not respect the antagonizer, and it was almost my downfall. Respect your enemy. Don't underestimate them. Okay.